All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is April 23rd. It's a Tuesday. The time is 5 till 7 a.m. Pacific time. Welcome to my trading video journal. This is what I use to keep myself accountable in lieu of a spreadsheet or a written journal or diary. I've done both in the past. I found this is a hell of a lot easier and a hell of a lot more informative, and a lot easier to learn after the fact. Basically what I do is I trade in the morning, record everything that's going on, and then I play it back during the day. And it's invaluable. If you're not doing it, then you need to get on it and make it happen. So what you're looking at here are price ladders, or depth of market, or order books, whatever you want to call it. These are futures products. There's no charts here, no stocks, no penny stocks, no, SPY or diamonds or Q or whatever you want to call it. These are just futures products. It's all I trade. Quick review for those that are new. Moving from left to right here, we have the Ultra Bond all the way on the left. I don't trade that. I just use it as a reference. Next one over is the ZB, which is the 30-year bond. I do trade that depending on context. Right here you have the ZF, which is the 5-year Treasury. Then you have the ZN right here, which is the 10-year. That's primarily what I trade most of the time. And then we have the ES here, which is the E-mini S&P. I don't trade that. I use it as a reference, as a inverse correlation to these products over here. So in a healthy market, you have typically you have one of these going up, and the other one's going down. So as of right now, as you can see, they're all going bid, which gives me pause. So until they kind of reverse and normalize, I think it's reason to sort of sit on your hands. Let's see. So if you want to learn more about what's going on here, like what the software platform is, it's called Jigsaw daytradr. You can go on YouTube or go to their website and find out a lot more. I don't teach you how to use it or how to trade it. I just sort of tell you what I'm seeing and the reasons why I'm taking trades and covering trades or whatever. If you want to learn more, go find those guys. They're actually in my description. There's a couple links in there to find the software platform and also find somebody who knows how to use it a lot better than I do. Let's see, what's next? So let's kind of review on the 30 or the 10-year what happened during the overnight. This is probably the only time I'll look at a chart today. Just looking at, let's see, yesterday we kind of went sideways between, you can actually see it here in, you can see it here in the volume profile. Overnight, just sort of went sideways in here. And then as soon as the pit opened, man, this thing bolted higher. And it's been kind of bid ever since. It's been just charging higher. I thought we had a little bit of a battle here at 04 half. They set up a decent little volume node, but they eventually just plowed right through that. It looks like they're trying to put up a little bit of a fight here at 06. setting up a little bit more of a volume node, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that as we're working our way through our morning process. Excuse me. So let's take a look at the calendar real quick. We just had an announcement come out, new home sales. It was a big beat. They were expecting negative 2.5, and they actually got positive 4.5. So we'll see if that has any impact on the markets. It's already pretty much roaring higher, but that's that might add a little bit of fuel to the fire. Looks like they're finally starting to push back here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, what else is on the calendar? Let's see, at 8:30 we have the 52-week bill auction, and then at 10 a.m. Pacific time we have the 2-year note auction. Hopefully whatever we do today we get wrapped up by then. So as far as areas of interest in the 10-year, I'd look at the overnight high if we got down there as an area of support. I'd also look at, to a lesser degree, yesterday's high. I would have looked at that on the initial touch up, but since we plowed right through that for the most part, they tried to put up a fight at 04.5, didn't make it, blew right through it, and now it's coming back. So what I anticipate is a lot of these guys that went short here at over 14,000, they might actually be covering their positions on this retest, which would push this thing higher. But we'll see. That's all theoretical. Excuse me. So that's what I'm looking at this point. Or again, a retest of this level, the 06 level, which is the current high. If we get a double top, then that would be nice to push that back down. So context looks good today. We have a little bit more activity. Yesterday I got up, took a look, and it was about a 8-tick range. Looked like holiday trading, even though it wasn't a holiday. It looked like what you'd expect on a holiday. Europe was closed, so I just didn't even bother. Just decided to do other things yesterday. Why try to force it? You could sit here all day and in a trade. I'm just cleaning this up and taking a look. It came back down and touched 04.5. Just want to see what kind of reaction we get. Those of you that have watched my videos before know that I'm not a big fan. I like trading on the edges. Not a fan of trading inside of this, inside of the volume profile, unless we get something like a very, very obvious signal or setup. Because I think that this can just drop back in and just start filling in this profile. And this is an oscillating product, meaning it returns to the mean, regresses to the mean all the time. So 9 times out of 10, it's not a trending product. It doesn't go one way or one way or the other. Typically trades around a central level. So at this point, let's see, you can go over here in the 30-year and take a look. We pulled back to the overnight high. That normally acts as a support level. So what I'm looking for at these levels, we identified the overnight high in the 30-year and yesterday's high as potential support levels. I'm just looking for responsive buying. And ideally, you get buying where you don't get a lot of pushback initially. Again, I don't like trading on inside the range here. I think I'd rather wait for this to come back up here to the current high. So we're back up to the high of the day in all products. We want to look for one or two things. Preferably we get absorption, and then sellers step in and slam it back down. The second option is kind of what I'm seeing right now, which is responsive selling. Some big lots come in. Could be one of two things. Could be covering. People that were long down here are getting rid of or covering their positions. When you see it happen like once like that, it's typically covering, because that's what's going to happen at the highs here. People are going to cover. You want to see it happen over and over and over, and that is responsive selling. So we just saw a big lot come through, 4,500 plus. I haven't seen any follow-up on that. With the context being just completely bid this whole time, still nothing yet to pull the trigger on anything. We're watching over here in the 5-year, watching the bonds. Everybody's at the highs. So the ES is kind of getting bid, approaching back up to the highs. That's going to put some pressure on these products to sell back down. This is the time of day. It's 7:20 a.m. This is the time of day when this just kind of settles into a range. When the ZN kind of settles into a range and just sort of bit bops back and forth, which is what we like. So they tried to lift that offer and they couldn't. Sellers pushed it right back down. Looking at this big offer up here, got another one up here. I just pulled off. But sometimes that's just sort of like a bait, trying to get people to sell in front. So they put this big offer up here, thinking that it's real. It's like spoofing. And then they have people sell in front. Meanwhile, they're buying the whole time, and then they just let it pop, and it blows right through. So I tried to lift the offer again. Got 5,000 up here. This is what we want to see for absorption, this imbalance. So I just saw the corner of my eye. The 30 years down 2 ticks, so is the Ultra Bond. And the 5-year, yeah, I had a feeling I was going to miss that one. So it looks like I'm 3,700 in the queue. Yeah, see, they tried to lift the offer again and couldn't do it. This might not make it back up, but we'll see. 3,700 in the queue up there on a 4 lot. Considering that we only made it down to yesterday's high, not even, like a tick above 04.5. This would only be, if I paid up here, it'd be a 2-tick potential, unless of course it just drops back in. Other option here is coming over and trading the 30-year. Again, tried to lift the offer, couldn't do it. Tempted to come over here and sell the 10 or the 30-year. It's a little unnerving that we're pushing the highs in the ES and this thing isn't selling down yet. Kind of goes back to my previous take that we're just all bid today. These are just little tiny pullbacks to a move higher. So we got filled in the 30-year. Basically wrong at 21. Immediately went 600 up and then 200 on the bid at 19. So we're looking at maybe getting run over here. So whereas the ZN, the 10-year, will hold to the tick, the 30-year is a little bit sloppier, so it'll pop over a couple. Like obviously we traded 20 here and even 19, but 18 is really the level. 18, 19. Yeah, look at this shit. Man. Might have to cover this. Looks like we're getting steamrolled. Keeping an eye on this over here. Those 6 evens a level on the 10-year. We start popping that level, and it's time to cover everything. Not quite ready to try to scratch this yet, but we need it to go here pretty quick. So that was the trade, was staying keeping that offer out there on 6 so far. Need this pushback at 6 even. Come on, sell this puppy back down. Let's go. Here we go. That's what we want to see over here. You're the adult in the room. Show him who's boss. There we go. Come on. Immediately attack down. That's good. Let's go. Push it back down. $500 up. This pulled off. This was like 1,000. Come on, start attacking down. This isn't helping. Need the ES to go bid right now. How long do you hang in on this trade? I hate scratching at highs or lows for that matter, but how long do you hang in here? Still buying this level, not liking that at all. Still buying it here. Keep that pressure on there. There we go. Come on. This is optimal pressure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I scratch it? It's not going. It needs to go. Attack that down. Good. 600 up. Need that to hold. I don't like this pause. Don't like this stalling out right now. It's not good. Got 4 down. So I think that's the first time we've seen that. It's not uncommon to see hit down in and then this bid just pulls off, just melts off. All it takes is for a few contracts to trade down in there. Okay, so we got 200 down. Come on. There we go. Pull it. Get it. Damn. Had the chance. Here we go. Hit that. Hit it. So I got my entire lot to cover at 16. Normally I split it up, but this has been, that has acted as support all day. If we even get down there, for fuck's sake. Damn. Went bid at 5.5 over here. This just isn't going anywhere. Come on. You got to be able to take that out. So I've been trying to get up a little bit earlier because I realize that the price action just dies off right around 8 a.m. my time. We're about 20 till. But since I've been here, I mean, I cleared out offer or the order history over here. So we've traded in what, six tick range since then. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. So I might have to start getting up even earlier. I mean, I kind of slept through my alarm this morning. So if we would have stayed on our order over here, we'd be in pretty good shape. Be one tick in the money. I mean, Monday morning quarterbacking is the worst thing you could do, but I've seen that set up a few times before. I just wasn't sure if it was going to get back up in there. Obviously, ideal entry. So we just had orders across all products. Should I split this up or just cover after 2 ticks? Basically what I was saying is this, I mean, it's tough to Monday morning quarterback that, but I just wasn't sure if we were going to get back up there. But at this point with the context, you know, we have this level is kind of working as support right now, but I could see buyers kind of throwing in the towel and just let, you know, this would kind of just fall back in slowly throughout the day. Could definitely see that happening. I've seen that before. Or just trade this little range for the rest of the afternoon. So we're about what it looks like 382 in the queue, something like that. Like a lot of effort just for 2 ticks, huh? All right, well, we got filled. What does that look like over here? So, 2 ticks, looks like we could have held on, had a little bit more. Probably could have split that lot up. Taken one off there and let the other one ride. But if this thing gets back up to 1819 or 06 even, might go ahead and sell it back down. This could just pop, you know, like I said, just stay in this little range here. Same over here. That's kind of the play here moving forward. I'm not 100% sure if I would buy this back up. In fact, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just end this video, get it posted, and do me a favor, go ahead and like it, subscribe. If you want to see more, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or to send me an email. Really appreciate you guys that have sent emails over. It's good chatting with everybody. It's good for me to talk about this stuff. Like, people in my life there's not a lot of people in my life that even know anything about this, so it's really refreshing and kind of enjoyable just to discuss even technical things. So if you have any questions, let me know. Quick recap, just basically we came in, we identified levels. One of the trade setups we identified was to sell this back down. If we made a double top, we missed it over here at 06, at least we thought we did. So we came over here to the 30-year, pulled a couple ticks out. It's a little bit of pocket change. I think sometime here in the near future I'm going to start upping my lot size, which will really start paying off. But as of right now, it's just rocking with what we got. So that's basically what happened. We were successful, panned out for today. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, like I said, and we'll see y'all mañana.